welcome back all. A huge congratulations to everyone. It's week 10. You know, we've made it to double digits. And this week I'm going to be talking about what we've learned from the weeks before and basically recapping on everything. So good luck and enjoy. So week 10 guys, it's going to be a recap of what we've been doing in the previous weeks. I'll start off at the beginning and we're going to skip past week 1 because week 1 was me describing to you guys a bit about myself. So we'll go to week 2 and it was all about finding our why. Now if you remember from week 2, I basically described to you the importance of finding your why, your purpose in life, and I showed you an exercise on how you can find your why. So by now you should have already gained quite a connection with your why and basically been looking at that visual thing that you drew or something that you put up that you could visually see and remind yourself of your why. You've basically been connecting with that every day and gaining strength in your why. So I just wanted to say, you know, like finding my why has it's been the most important thing in my life and basically helped me to go forward with strength and actually knowing why I'm going forward. So that was the most important thing that I did in my life, hence why I did it at the beginning. So hopefully you guys have got a strong connection with your why and you're moving on. And now we move on to week 3, which was positive thinking, moving the negative and replace it with positive. So the positive and the negative, as you probably remember, I talked about basically how you can substitute the negative in your life to positive, and the ways that you can focus on positive energy around you and make yourself more positive by thinking about the positive. So by now you should basically be more percentage of positive and less negative in your life and living more happy. So the next week was week number 4 and we talked about basically how we can become more grateful for what we already have to give us more strength in our life, and about how we can recognize the steps along the way to gain more knowledge and wisdom. So we'll move on to that next. So week 4 was it was grouped up into basically 2 parts, and that was being grateful, which was me explaining to you how you can gain strength in your current situation to help you move forward more easily. It's a very important tool that we need to learn to be more grateful because it can help in any situation that we're in. It can help us to become more positive too. And part number 2 was being able to recognize the steps along the way, and what I meant by this was basically you need to gain the wisdom from your journey, and recognizing the steps along the way enables you to turn your knowledge to wisdom, and the more wisdom that we have, the more that we can give back and the more that we can help others succeed. So that's it for week number 4, and then we'll move on to the next. And the next is week 5, where I talked about basically improving your sleep patterns and your exercise. This week was a big one for your body, basically strengthening your body to help you move forward. And we talked about sleep patterns. It's very important to learn your sleep patterns, and I showed you a certain way that I've been able to locate my sleep patterns and basically gain strength by sticking to them. And the exercise was basically, I showed you that you should be at least active, at least once a day you should be active. And this is going to help with your body, and it's going to link with anything else in your life at the moment to give you more strength. So week 5 was all about body, and now we move on to week 6. Week 6. Now this is a big one for our communication and basically enabling us to get more reward out of our daily communication with others. This is a big one. I showed you certain techniques to enhance your communication with others. So if you're a bit foggy on this, you know, jump back to week 6 and check out the communication tips I gave you guys, because this is going to help you out a lot in your future communication with others. So that was week 6, and then we move on to week 7. Now week 7 was me basically explaining to you guys and showing you guys what I do on a day-to-day basis to enable strength in my life and enable me to continue with the routines that help me to move forward. So that was week 7. It's a good one if you're looking for a visual aspect and actually seeing someone that's sticking to routines and making it happen. So yeah, that was week 7, and then now we're on to week 8. Number 8. This was a good one. It was me explaining to you guys that basically we need to live a little bit more uncomfortable to achieve the lives that we want to achieve, because basically the only reason that we haven't achieved what we want to achieve in life yet is because we've been living too comfortable. So this was a good one. Basically telling you guys that fear and feeling uncomfortable is normal in the path to your freedom. So yeah, check out that one if you need more reassurance on basically it's normal to be afraid, but we have to overcome the fear. And now we move on to week 9, which was last week, and that was all about the mind. Now the mind, the control panel of everything that happens in our life starts in the mind. And basically last week I was telling you guys to focus on gaining control of your mind, and I showed you guys some certain tricks that I do to gain control of my mind. And basically you do it every day and you try your hardest to gain control of your mind, and you will, and you'll see the success that you want to see through gaining control of your mind. It's going to be the key that's going to unlock everything in your life that you want. So week number 9, and now we're on to this week, and this week is basically celebration and me telling you guys that I'm real proud of you for sticking on with this and actually wanting to change your life. So this is just one little step, you know, committing to each week, to checking out these videos and actually telling yourself, promising yourself that you want to make a change. So from me, Sam Saxon here, Journey to Freedom, I basically want to say thanks for the support and thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and wanting to make a change. So that's it for another week, guys. And basically this week was, you know, I chose to do it as a refresher week to give you guys a bit of break from the learning and just remind you that you know, how far you've come already and how much commitment you've given to this, and basically how much change that you put in your life because of you, because you made a choice to make a change. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon. So have an awesome weekend and even better week. See ya.